guys, we're back for another Dokkan battle video. So we have, again, a massive day to download. I mean, the Tanabata celebration this year, July of 2021, it has like 20 new units plus or something like that. Like, it's just crazy. So we have an EZA. This sticker looks really good, by the way. This is one of the, I think, the better looking ones. So this is a Super Saiyan Vegeta from the Android/Cell Saga, right? Yep, right here. He's on the Android/Cell Saga team. Now, one very important thing to mention is that this is a villain unit. This guy is an extreme class character. So, you know, honestly, I would say that gives this guy extra relevance because there's so few villains in the game. I'm actually not upset with them choosing to make Android Saga Vegeta a villain. It definitely helps out villains because there's so few of them, right? And that's why, like, you know, this Vegeta from the Android Saga does deserve a Dokkan Fest. I think he is a Dokkan Fest worthy character. He's already got a Prime Battle LR, but I do think, you know, him finishing off Android 19 is a Dokkan Fest worthy moment, right? So I do hope to see that, and it would be very good to buff the Android/Cell Saga team in the future. Now, I think this guy's going to be pretty good because he gets 120% defense at the start of turn, and then another 40% attack and defense on Super, which is good. And then he lowers the attacked enemy's attack and defense by 40%. I think that's for 3 turns. I think, wow, is that true? A 3-turn 40% debuff? Is that what that is? That's good, dude. Like, okay, so, okay. So he's at 150k defense. All he does on his super attack effect is greatly lower defense, which does suck. But again, he's getting 40% defense on super. It's also on super, so it's going to interact well with this initial rotate. This is a crazy rotation. We have a lot of support. This blue Vegeta works great with like all Vegeta family units, right? So we have all 6 of Vegeta's links active right here. I mean, this is like turn 1. This is like his ideal situation, honestly. Let's go ahead and see how much damage he'll do right here. I mean, I think this will be this is going to be about at least 4 million, I would think. He's at least a 4 million attack set right here because he's getting a fair amount of attack at the start of turn and then another buff on super, you know, along with all of his links active. Oh, what? Okay. Alright. So we got a double super. Damage-wise, he is way lower than I was expecting him. I mean, that was a really good rotation. I mean, I would like to point out we are only on a double 150% lead from GT Vegeta. I've heard some people complaining about me showcasing units on these teams, but it's like, dude, like, GT Goku and Vegeta are, like, some of the best units in the game. Like, you run these teams with these characters. They're so good in every way, helping the team, a really good team build. Like, I like doing showcase. Like, I'm not going to do a showcase and then run, like, Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta as the leader, because, like, I just wouldn't do that unless we're doing, like, the physical Kid Buu EZA or something like that, right? Like, that's why I do this, because, like, you know, this is a realistic team you could bring. I mean, you're not going to beat the GT Legendary Goku event, I think, with, like, both of these supports down here. But, like, a lot of these characters are fine. Like, even this AGL Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta is not, like, horrible, right? I've used him before, the AGL Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta. I've utilized him to beat stages of the God event before. I believe I used him in no-item runs for the God event at least once or twice, right? He was very effective in there. Because he can build up quite a lot of damage, or defense, excuse me, to keep him on rotation. I brought that, you know, Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta. The main reason I decided to bring him here was because he actually shares all 6 links with this Super Saiyan Vegeta. That's one sort of unfortunate aspect of this Super Saiyan Vegeta, is the fact that he does only have 6 links. And what's funny is they easily could just toss prodigies on there. Right, that could be like his 7th link. I really wish it would have been so much better if EZA characters did that, right? Like they actually got like a 7th link when they EZA'd. I think that'd be good. How does he link up with GT Vegeta? Well, okay, so his link set is Super Saiyan, Saiyan Warrior Race, Golden Warrior, Royal Lineage, Prepared for Battle, and Shattering the Limit. So again, we link up very well with that GT Vegeta. I mean, we could have every link active right here, but Golden Warrior is just key. right? This blue Vegeta is activating all the links that actually give stats, right? What is his defense? 134k. This Vegeta's damage is very unimpressive. His damage is actually pretty pathetic, I would say. Because, I mean, with the extra attack buff on Super, it's just he seems to be hitting much lower than I was expecting. But, I mean, a 40% attack debuff on the enemy, and it either lasts for I think it's 3-turn 40% attack debuff. That's not inconsequential. Like, you know, that's Omega Shenron. I mean, Omega Shenron just debuffs the entire enemy rotation. Like, you know, just him being on rotation. But Vegeta hits one enemy 3 turns with that. Like, that is good. Along with a unit that his defense, I think, I'm not really sure how to calc it too much, but I mean, his defense, I think a lot of these rotations have been like 170k, 180k, right? Like, he's seeming to be pretty solid. Damage is just pretty pathetic, unfortunately. I would say this is a bit of a shame because he does seem to just be head and shoulders worse than the Super Saiyan 2 Gohan. I mean, we knew that Super Saiyan 2 Gohan was going to be a god, right? Because literally all they do is have to give him just like attack and defense start a turn and then key on his passive and he's really solid. And, you know, that's basically exactly what they did. But this Vegeta, I think they could have given this Vegeta a little bit more stats. I do. Because, you know, it's not 2020, 2019 anymore. Just judging by what this Vegeta's hitting, I think maybe if they had given him 150% at the start of turn, rather than 120% attack and defense, so if that's, both of those were 150 instead of 120, I think that would have been ideal. I think that would have been very good for this Vegeta, right? Just give him a little bit of extra stats for attack and defense. But I still do think this guy can definitely be valuable. I feel like I could do a video taking this guy into the Vegeta family stage of category Super Battle Road, and I feel like this Vegeta will perform very well. I might do that. Some of these EZA area characters are good enough that, like, I brought this Vegeta again because we have all of these two share all the entire same link set. But I think I took the AGL Super Saiyan 2 GT Goku into the GT Legendary Goku event just to show how, you know, impressive that unit really is. And I might end up doing something like that with this Vegeta as well. I think doing a video with this Vegeta going into a Super Battle Road stage would be good because him lowering enemy attack by 40% on passive is powerful. But there's really only one area in the game where that's really, like, usable and noticeable currently. I mean, Battlefield, sometimes you can get some really good effects. Like debuffing the enemy can be very good in Battlefield, right? Like, you guys remember Jiren. When Jiren was the toughest boss of Battlefield, you could debuff him, right? But Omega, I mean, now we've got Omega Shenron, who's just harder than Jiren in every single conceivable way. It's like, it's actually pretty insane to me that they just released Jiren and they were comfortable with that. Like, yeah, looks good. Yeah, he just locks your rotation every single turn and you can't debuff him and you can't do anything and you're defenseless like a small child. Yep, looks good. Looks good. So, dude, the day that Omega Shenron comes out on Global is going to be a funny-ass day. I'm going to tell you all that right now. Because people are going to be pissed. I really feel like a lot of times things go under the radar. And that Omega Shenron is one of those. I mean, certainly, like, you know, Global could have some stronger character that has released by that time. Right, so, like, I don't know, like a fusing Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta or something like that could help you guys out in Battlefield, but Battlefield is something that every month the typing, like, you want to use different characters against it, so, like, your whole box needs to be good, so it will be interesting to see what the global reception is going to be to that Battlefield Omega Shenron boss. Again, who I would say, without question, is the hardest boss to beat in the game. Like, I don't think that there's really much discussion or anything like that. He is just the hardest to beat, right? All right, let's go ahead and pop LRB Pan's active skill right here. Get a nice little attack buff for our boy Vegeta right here. And we will see what he's going to do. I think I could put Galacon Vegeta in slot 1, and he's not going to do too much damage. All right, so we have all of Vegeta's links active, except for Golden Warrior. Remember that Golden Warrior does not give stats, so it's not, I don't think, it's not a big deal, right? All Golden Warrior does is give 1 key and lowers enemy defense by 10%. I still feel like they went a little bit too light with Golden Warrior. I think they should have given Golden Warrior a bit more in terms of buffs. 3.4 right there. So the B-Pan active skill did give him a sizable increase. Let me know what you guys think. I think this Vegeta is just like a solid option, right? He's not like... The Android/Cell Saga team is just like completely dead and has just like such a dearth of options. So Vegeta being runnable on there is good. You know, if we get an Android/Cell Saga category Super Battle Road stage, this Vegeta certainly could be a really prime option for this, right? It's like, I do think they should have and could have made this Vegeta a bit better, but he's not the worst unit of all time. He has value with that 40% attack debuff, I think, for 3 turns. That's massive, dude. So, like, again, if you're in a stage where there's, like, 2 enemies or 1 enemy, this Vegeta can really swing things. Because typically when you're lowering enemies' attack, it's usually, like, 20%, right? And I think greatly lowering attack is typically 30%. This Vegeta is lowering it by 40%. Like, this Vegeta is solid. He is a very solid unit. They did a really good job with some of these recent EZA area EZAs, where these characters, like, you know, they go from literal zeros, like they were completely worthless, just garbage in every way, to now, like, legitimate options in some difficult content. So that's a good thing. So let me know what you guys think of this Super Saiyan Vegeta, who is a villain from the Android/Cell Saga. Thanks, guys, for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time.